There are lessons in life that you can only learn by observing. It could be your neighbor's cat that arrives at your door every day at 7 a.m. sharp to indulgently scream for food, although visibly replete. Or it could be your dad's persistence and discipline of maintaining the same morning routine for decades. Consistency is key. But what happens if the rhythm breaks? Where does consistency go? I'm certainly the last person to talk about consistency. I'm known to break my promises. I even avoid competing if there is a strong chance I'd win or lose. But that doesn't mean I'm not ambitious. And although I'm not competitive, perhaps there have been times in my life when ambition just wasn't enough. In my opinion, admiration is a close relative to jealousy and even criticism. And while I admire my friends for their skills and abilities I don't have, I often find myself judging others for their flaws I find in myself. Needless to say, I have always admired people who find the confidence and pride to compete. For me, it's the determination and ambition of my friend Nina to always move forward even if there's been a bump along the road. She was the valedictorian at our school's graduation, joined an international organization for law students, and is currently a juror. Throughout the years I've known her, she's never been late to a conference or to hang out with me at the cafe. She's confident and proud, and she's always had a solution to every complaint she's had. It's the perfect female hurricane, which makes her one of my role models. Following in her steps might finally give me the cure I'm looking for to my own procrastination, stagnation, and laziness. But that might just be a task for another day.
And then today I have some cooking to do. And actually, fun thing, I started cooking before my first exam season in university because I was so overwhelmed and stressed. I was looking for some kind of an outlet to let all this steam out. So the first thing I actually cooked were cinnamon rolls. I downloaded the recipe from the official website of Sweden, like the country, the official government website, because their government website apparently has a recipe book. So I downloaded the recipe book from the government website and I baked some cinnamon rolls. And I found that, at least when I am cooking, I don't think about anything. And I decompress, I let all the steam out. It was very refreshing, so our state exams are waiting, so we don't have a lot of time to chill out and decompress, unfortunately.
Are you stressed about the exams or?
Yes. Everyone is stressed. It's absolutely normal to be stressed, especially when you have such an important exam coming up. And stress is something natural for people when they try to achieve their goals. I don't think stress is a bad thing. I think that it's a bad thing if you let stress take over you and let stress take decisions instead of you.
Do you let stress take over you or in a way get anxious?
I did before. There was a period before we went to high school, and naturally when you're younger it's a lot harder to deal with stress. There was a time when I had very bad stomach aches due to the stress, stress was taking over my health. And it was very, very bad. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink water. I had to be on medication. And I couldn't eat normally for like 3 months. And after that, I tried to promise myself I wouldn't let stress take over my health. Sometimes, you still get a bit drowsy. You get a bit, it shows on your body that you're a bit stressed, unfortunately, but I do try to manage it a bit more now.
Mm-hmm. And how do you manage it now?
You just grown up and you've learned along the way, after many stressful days, that nothing is final, nothing is the end of the world until it is the end of the world. And you do learn that, if something doesn't work out the way you envision it, maybe there's a reason behind it. Maybe you didn't do enough, but then you learned that you had to do a bit more, and you go next time.
And is cooking your only distress activity, or there are other activities you do to manage stress?
At the moment, yes, it is only cooking. I tried gardening, but unfortunately, gardening takes a lot of persistence, which I don't have, because when you do gardening, you have to sacrifice yourself to the garden. And unfortunately, my busy schedule doesn't allow me to be so dedicated to a garden.
Mm-hmm. And you also live in an apartment.
Yeah, I do. But I had basil. I had mint at a certain point. I had ginger. Gardening does take a lot of
discipline.
A lot of discipline, and it's not for busy people.
We had a couple of projects together that, at least for me, were very helpful into navigating what I want to do later in life. What was your process figuring out what you want to do in life?
I still don't know exactly what I want to do in life. Where actually the funny thing is, I was more determined when I was younger what I wanted to do in life, rather than now when I'm actually more undecisive. The problem is when you are an overachiever and you put discipline into everything you do, and you can do anything if you put your mind to it, you put enough effort in it. But one thing that was constant in what I wanted to do is academia, where I knew that I would learn more. Now people would call them unpractical things. Usually people call academia unpractical. But I wanted to know those things because I wanted the future in that field. And I still do.
Yeah. So you say that you were then an overachiever?
Yes, I still am, unfortunately.
Do you think that's a healthy personality trait, or?
Yes. But, I don't know how to put it into words exactly, but things constantly change. So you aren't in a perpetual state of... Your life isn't motionless. Your life isn't a picture frame. People come in, people go out. You have to change your job. You have to change cities. You have to change your major. You have to change your apartment and anything else you think about. And when you have to change things, you start from zero. So you have to achieve something new, something more. And I think that when someone is striving to be their better self, it's best for them. Overachieving isn't about proving other people wrong. It's not about doing it for other people. That's a wrongful perspective on overachieving for me. It's about setting a goal for yourself and pushing yourself even more.
And you said that you used to be more of an overachiever before,
Yeah.
rather than now. What would you say dampened, in a way, this overachieving?
So now when I'm in university, I don't overachieve in everything because I know I want to be in a particular field of law. So obviously I don't need to overachieve. I think what toned it down is specializing.
And how did law school came to be for you? Was it a dream?
No, it was a misfortunate chain of events.
Why so?
So I wanted to study philology. This was my dream. I wanted to study languages. I wanted to be a translator. I wanted to be a professor at the university teaching languages and literature. So I went on to study Scandinavian studies. I didn't particularly fall in love with it, and I had some time to actually analyze my own performance. And I saw that I was an average student. I wasn't doing good, but I wasn't doing bad. I was just passing by. And that kind of bugged me because I am an overachiever. And I also understood that obviously it's not pushing me enough to excel. It's not pushing me enough to give the best of me. It's not bringing out the best of me. It's just making me sleep. And it was a very hard realization because this bachelor program was my choice. And when something is your choice, you have to own up to it. And this was the first time I made the wrong choice. And it was very hard to actually confess to yourself that you made the wrong choice. And
How did it make you feel?
horrible. I felt horrible because, again, this was the first time I made a wrong choice. It was a lesson on choices. I felt like a failure.
Why a failure?
Because because I told you at this point I have excelled in everything. Every single choice I made was right, and I had to admit to my family that I made a mistake and that I failed.
So you feel like you let yourself down, in a way.
No, I felt like I let them down.
And how did they react when you shared that you have to change?
I was more scared from relatives and my friends. I was scared of them judging me. You know, when you have overachieved and you have done everything and now you fail, people kind of look down on you condescendingly, even though they themselves haven't done a lot. The thing is,
but don't you think that their judgment doesn't really affect you in any serious way?
yeah, but this is the moment I realized that overachieving shouldn't be for other people rather than yourself.
And how did you get up? How did you find a solution to what you were feeling that time?
Life doesn't wait for you. You know, life goes on regardless of your mental and physical state. I know it sounds horrible, but that is the truth.
It is the truth.
People don't wait for you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So you just have to get up, wipe the tears, go forward your application to the university, go back home, and then cry.
So how did it come to transferring? What was the process like? Did you drop out and reapply, or did you transfer?
No, so I didn't drop out because it was a bit uncertain at that point. I was worried if we had to do entry exams because I decided I want to drop out in March, and people study for these entry exams since
Years prior.
yeah. Like one year prior to that. So I decided that I would first apply for law see if I get accepted, and if I get accepted, then I would drop out from either.
And what changed after transferring?
I got my mojo back. I thrive when there is competition, when there are people that are better than me, because I want to be better than them. I feel very good when there's competition. Very good.
And how did you meet other people after transferring? Because you were a year older than everyone else in the group, and even though it's a year, it takes a certain mindset to separate you from everyone else. How did you overcome this barrier?
Well, good thing for me was that this was the year that a lot of people decided they wanted to study law. Like 50 people from our class are actually over 55. So we had a lot of people who were much older, who had children, who have their separate jobs. They already have degrees. So it wasn't, my 1 year wasn't that shocking.
So how do you manage your time? Is it hard to do it all at once? Work and studying and friends and dating and your family and your hobbies.
Naturally, when you study such a demanding major, you do have to sacrifice a lot of things.
Are you comfortable with sacrificing your...
Yeah, I am. I am comfortable because life is a sacrifice. If you don't make sacrifices, you don't go ahead.
How do you envision yourself in the future? Do you have a plan, or you would allow certain changes to happen naturally?
You never know what actually is going to happen, but I am in a certain point in my life where choices have to be made. I can't say I'm getting into adult life because we are adults, obviously. This is the moment where we have to build the foundation for the rest of our lives. My advice for you, don't forget where you came from, however you want to interpret it. But this is the only thing I'm going to say. Don't forget where you came from, however you want to interpret it. Okay. I have my meaning behind it, but I will leave it up to you to interpret it in your own way.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Nina is, in my eyes, a superhuman. She has the ability to take a deep breath and admit she's made the wrong choice, which I couldn't ever do. It has me wondering, am I being truthful with myself? Forget others. Leave comparison aside. How much of what I do I do for myself? Am I selfish or just too stubborn? Am I making the right choice by moving away? Perhaps it's too soon to tell or to even admit, but I can't let myself look back. I'm on the run from something that has chased me all my life. And every choice I've made, no matter right or wrong, has led me to this very place I'm at right now. I don't get to think too much before making my next move. I'm way too comfortable in my solitude, and while that might not be so bad, I can't help but feel like it's the worst. In my solitude, I've become so self-reliant and sufficient that I've stopped seeking development in the romantic department of my life. Frankly, I don't think I'm capable of love because I don't even know what it is. This is why I've landed a date with my friend Daphne next to discuss more about the matter.